Hey everyone, it is Kai, and this week's VG top deck is actually huge, and I don't know why I'm doing this at more degenerate hours than normal. I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling so comfortable, I'm just falling asleep so easily, right? But it's okay. I have my V ready to go, comfortable. Unfortunately, there's no Kelvin again this week. He's just off because things, right? Things. So maybe he'll be back next week. Or the week after. I also just want to point out that the list, how they're separated this week, Japanese list always at first, and then the VG top decks one at the end of each section. And also, if you've posted a BSF list, right, you are being put at the end of all the BSF stuff, right? So if you have something from a tournament, even if you put a hashtag VG top decks on it, I put you at the end of the BSF things. So go check out that section, and they're roughly separated by nations and format as well. So go check out that section. You know, the timestamp should be in the comments below. But yeah, let's just kind of just get started because we just have a lot of decks to go through. So first off, as always, we have Nirvana, right? Nirvana, Festival Collection is actually legit in Japan, right? They got it early. I think it actually officially gets released today. So we might see more decks running the Festival Collection stuff. But I have seen like kind of a split in like Japan's like Nirvana list, for example, where there's a lot of them running the new grade 1 and quite a few that we just saw didn't run the grade 1. And I'm not sure if that's based down to choice or not. It just feels like maybe they haven't fully embraced it. Like this person's only running 2. It feels like a card you want to run like lots of multiples on. But yeah, like this person running 3. It's like 3, 2, 3. I think first week we saw 4, right? Where you joined. They had the BS, not the BS, the Daivang side where you could buy it and people just dump for it and like, yeah, let's do it. Maybe it's not the way, right? But here we got Aliens at the top 8 at Singapore Standard VMC on May 7th. 5 rounds of single elimination, and then looks like we got to top 8 and died to Yo, right? Died to Yo. And this was his list running just the normal, just the normal Nirvana list. No new cards. It might be. I have to say, if you're not in Japan as well, it would be a bit harder to get the new Festival Collection cards. I think, right? Because they were only sold at Daivangasai. So if you had a major tournament, that's actually pretty annoying, eh? So yeah, good job, Aliens on the top 8. Then we had some Overlords. Overlord basically just unchanged. Right, it's just unchanged. Nothing really much to talk about here. This one's just running a more not really a super bulky build because he's running draws instead of fronts, but you got the Madoka there as well. And then I think it'd be interesting to see like Overlords don't seem to run. Is it just the new heals? We've been looking at like some of the Nirvana lists just then, right? We saw they definitely split between a lot of the heals like once in a while, but just with the Overlords. They just don't care. Like, yeah, I'm just running 15Ks because I like 15K. Yeah, pretty much, right? And with the Bavs, oh guys, this Bav list. Look at how red it is. Look at how high rarity. This guy is dedicated, right? Dedicated to losing his money. But that's the price you have to pay, right? If you have a waifu, you gotta dedicate your waifu, right? And that's where all his life savings have gone. Unless he's very rich, then it doesn't really matter, right? Otherwise, the deck itself is actually just not bad. It's pretty decent, right? He's got the 7 spears, pretty much. And then just going for a bulky build instead with the Madoka. Not running any of the grade 1 that like gets additional power. Don't need that. It's fine. I've got Trick Moons. They already do everything you wanted to. Yeah. Cool, right? This is this is very expensive. And then we got Aids in here as well. In Japan, second place at Batoroko, is it Oyama? With Bavsaga. Festival Collection grade 2 is very nice. Big number and makes board. Kind of wish half my games weren't mostly grade 3s in hand. It could have gone super aggro. So yeah, we got the Bavsaga. Unfortunately, not rich Bavsaga, just a normal one. But I like this list. I10 went full on, max speed, but running the new grade 2 as well because it gets more power, rather than the bulk that the other player was going for. and then just, you know, crits and draws, right? And the good card right there, best card, right? Very nice. And then Tamayura, right? Tamayura, this is from Japan. Basically, Tamayura feels like the last survivor from set 5, you know. All the other set 5 kind of Rhine lines have slowly disappeared over time. Chaos didn't even appear at all, right? That's just how it was. And then Roller, you know, first week, then Gonskis. So yeah, Tamayura though, still a great showing for Tamayura decks this week. So that's impressive. That's actually impressive. This guy's running a weird front build as well. It's like 7 fronts. Good energy drink. Yeah, so Tamayura, the last survivor. So will be interesting to see. And maybe basically this is the deck to get, right? If set 5 coming out, this is actually the deck to get out of all the new ride lines, right? So cool, very nice. Bruce, we got the Bruces, right? Bruce running the new, like 40 heals, right? Massively new heals, but also running 7 crits. 7 crits, grade 4 Bruce. This is the only time we've ever seen any form of chaos as well. The chaos starter. This is weird, a bit weird. I have to say, normally Bruces don't run that many crits. You know, they usually run like millions of draws. Maybe the heal just changes things. You know, maybe the heal changes things. It's interesting to see. Here though, we see them revert back to just the mass draws, 15k heals. Basically just the normal stuff, right? Just the normal stuff. Here, grade 4 Bruce again. This one actually has the heavier crit count. Heavier crit count with the OG heals as well. So actually just also running fronts. So this has like less draws than normal. Seems kind of interesting. I don't think the festival collection, people don't even run the festival collection one because it's not really that great. I think it just gets like power, right? But yeah, again, heavier crit. Oh, this one's an English build. So we've got New York Card Fight. Saturday's winner at Fordham Comics was Ansoni with Bruce, and the deck name was Football Hulk. Comment was "We're getting there." And in second place was Bunnies of Bastion. Third was Razriel CG with Magnolia, and fourth was Mustafa with Magnolia. And then thank you for coming on such a rainy day. But yeah, this one's running just the more heavier crit count as well on a grade 4 Bruce. I don't think the West has really adopted like a mass draw kind of build. So I think most of the crit lineups or the trigger lineups for Western Bruces have been pretty similar. Right, but that is all for the Bruces as well. And then we have like the one barrel list from Japan. Still just pretty standard. Nothing really changed. Oh, actually no, he's putting 2-3 of the new Dimensional Creeper into the deck. So yeah, I think that's correct. I actually think that's correct. Dimensional Creeper, if it goes in Soul, it turns into 2 cards in Soul. So quick way to get into 15 Soul. Yeah, I'm getting confused with Shaha right now. Moving on, we have Bastions, right? Bastions. Japanese Bastion, very cool. Very standard. This is the most standard Bastion list we've been seeing for a while now. Same with this, I think. Yeah, the lag reels, 3 Dark Streams. We've got 2 of this guy. Not that standard, but I think when the set just got released, they played a few of him. But then kind of this kind of comes and goes, right? Comes and goes. And then lastly, got Kasei P from Sofia in Bulgaria. First place Bastion. Okay, first place Bastion, and they've got the straight up the meta one, right? The meta one. This is how it goes, right? This is where it is. And then second place was Bavs Sagra. Okay, Bavs Sagra. We see good fundamentals. 4 spear, 4 grade 3 spear. This is the way. Also running swords and guns and shields, a bit of everything, right? And then just got the grade 2 and the grade 1 boost. So cool. I like it. It's cool. It's great. And then third was Kyrie, right? Oh, Kyrie. Oh, yeah. This one's like out. Nearly. I think was the sneak peek like last week? Like, was it last week? I thought it was out like this week. I'm just mixing up. But yeah, Kyrie out in English already, and just taking names already, right? Kind of expected. It's just a good deck, good solid deck. Currently, there's like 2 builds floating around with it. Just the normal like just multi-attack, draw a bunch of cards kind of build with the Astia stuff. And then there's also the Friends mix-up. as well. I think this is the friend mix-up, right? We've got the friend, and the friend. So yeah, it's interesting. I haven't really super tested the friend mix-up yet, but I think it looks pretty decent. It actually looks pretty decent. So cool. Thanks for the lists, Kase. And then next we actually have Hexaorbs. It's weird. New York Card Fight. Sunday's winner at Silk Road Gaming was Vaughn. Okay, it's Vaughn. We know Vaughn. We've seen Vaughn a few times. He is the Hexaorb person, right? Sybil System was the deck, and then Fourth Others won it all. Bear Witness. Sounds like I don't know. Maybe I've been playing too much Elden Ring. Second was Curly Head Hero with Baromagnes. Third was Razul CG with Magnolia, and fourth was Jasmine with Magnolia as well. Isn't the Magnolias again in the third and the fourth slot? Yeah, Hexaorb. Wow, I haven't seen this in a while, eh? I think this is like maybe the second time this entire season since like set 4 that Hexaorb came out. And you'd think Hexaorb got better because it's got better aggro tools like multi-attacking tools. That's interesting. It's interesting, but good job, Vaughn. And then Disembodied Voice as well. Second place locals with a Hexaorb deck. Only lost to Flagberg. Game 3 because of 6 damage overtrigger. Dang. I cannot say this enough. F overtriggers. They should not exist. That is all. It's true. I think 6 damage overtrigger is literally the most cuckiest thing that can happen to you. It's like the worst feeling. It is honestly the worst feeling. That's just how it is, right? You're about to win, and there's no way to win after that. Yeah. But still, good job, Hexaorb, man. Hexaorb. This is like 1 week, 2 Hexaorbs. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, good job. Then next we have is Phantom Blast Dragon. We have a lot of. I think we just have a lot of speedy PBO builds, right? That's what it is. Yeah, speedy PBO builds is still the way. I think we saw another list like a while back, which was running a bit of everything, but hey, it is what it is. So Vanguard VMC D Standard Finals, deck user Phantom Blast Overlord. This is Jason Undisputed. Alright. Made it to top 8 actually. Made it to top 8, which is pretty cool. No regrets using this deck. I love this deck a lot. And that's a good. That's a big good, right? Because if you're playing a deck you hate, sometimes it doesn't work out that well. So yeah, the speed Overlord build as well again, and you got the high rarity version, and it can still do work, guys. It can still do work. Made top 8, so nice, good job. MLB, Japanese MLB list here, just pretty standard, better V combo, bam, order. This is as textbook as it gets, I think. Like, yeah, I think this is as textbook as it gets. You have a few things that put in soul, and it's cool. That's it. And then we have the one Thegrea list as well. It's who's got the angels to put in things. He's got the, I think, was it? I forgot the name now, because this is the early deck that runs it. But you got the extra drives. And yeah, only one Thegrea though. Only one Thegrea. I think it drops like by 1 every single week. But just, yeah, cool Persona Ride shenanigans. Second place here was a Monster Strike list, right? Monster Strike, so pretty cool. So moving on to our good boy Magnolia. That's just become the best deck from literally the non-deck, I guess. Still wasn't bad in set 1, that's right. But yeah, Zognolia engine, I think it might not be actually. I think no, this is actually pure Magnolia because it doesn't look as dark, right? Like the Zorga stuff. Running just the one extra, the one extra. How do you say it? Magnolia. I know a lot of people run like one more of the maple, just one the one-off maple because you run like 4 of everything. It just fits and it's like kind of nice. But yeah, 5 draws as well. 5 draws, 3 fronts. Pretty cool. But well figured out deck, right? Zognolia. It's funny, this is like a well figured out deck with multiple options to run depending on your ride line, which is very nice. I like how people also run like this regurgitation just to snipe off like important stuff, because all you really care about is just calling one card anyway. It'd be nice to call multiples, but being able to retire big stuff is pretty good, right? It's pretty good. And just here, you know, Maple again. Maple, the one-off Maple, really doing work. I love that. I love that tech. We got Squashed Peas here in the Necker Cards D Weekly Tournament. Second place are the Old Faithful Swagnolia. All right, Swagnolia featuring Zidane. Wow. I had to get practice for Springfest. I still feel awkward about which variant to play. Still a good deck, I promise. So it's funny that you say that, because I think even though I think Zorgnolia is pretty good, you could say that all the builds are pretty good. Isn't that crazy? You're like, wow, I'm so spoilt on choice. I don't know which version to play because they're all so good, right? Isn't that, like, which other deck really has that? You know, Gravidia only has 2 choices. And then we've got Sir Quexalot at the VMC finals, won 2nd place at the finals overall. Very proud of the deck and myself. That is great. That is great. You should be proud of yourself. Lost the Magnolia Mirror in the finals. That's rough, right? Magnolia Mirrors in the finals. Ooh, that's not a mirror match I want to play. Actually, just running like 3-2-1, the 1 regurgitation here. But otherwise, yeah, pretty standard list, I guess. Very cool, very nice. Good job. Now we move on to Zorgas. So we've got a Japanese Zorga list here. This one running Zorga Graves, right? Zorga, the new Zorga stuff. Very cool. I don't know. I personally don't know if it is a big upgrade or not. Right? I don't know. I like the easiness of OG Zorga, just because it's got no frills attached. It is, here is Alchemagic, here is stuff. But the Zorga Graves has some nice cool things with it. It's like all tied to 1 skill though, which is what I don't like. But it allows you to get it allows you to Alchemagic and get like an order as well. So you can, like, it's hard to miss, right? It's hard to miss. But because it's so tied around that 1 soul cost, it means that you're trying to find ways to mitigate that soul issue, right? We can see here one of the attempts is to just run 3 Malice, right? 3 Malice will solve that soul issue, maybe, because as long as you Persona Ride every turn as well, right, things will be good, right? Things will be good. So interesting. Next we have another one here. This one's also running the Zorga Graves build. Only 2 Malices, right? Only 2 Malice. But apart from that, very similar to the other one, except he's running less Shadow Cloak and one of this grade 2 that is basically a retiring Gisling 10k. I think it's kind of interesting that he runs like less Shadow Cloak, because one, Zorga lets you kind of just be able to get like an order every turn, so you're not that reliant on just like dumping a bunch of stuff into the bin in a way. And also, like, you don't want to use the Shadow Cloak soul cost as much. So I guess it's cool. It's interesting to see these takes. All right. And then here we have just a normal Zorga deck, right? Normal Zorga. It just works. Why change it, right? And then lastly, we have this weird one that I really don't know what the idea behind. Because I see there's only 1 Zorga Graves, I think, okay, this is like a super rush build, I'm assuming, because you're not Persona Riding. But then, like, looking at what they have though, is that, you know, you're running Rorowa, not Rorowa, you're running Radalina, and I guess that gets you like a token when you call it out. But is it really that good? Like, the token, are you just gonna use it for like Twisted Mouse? Is it really that good? I don't know. You know, like this one is really weird. This one is actually really weird. I'm not too sure on how to really make out for this. But I'm guessing what you want to do immediately is you just want to rush your opponent down as soon as possible because you don't have a later game. Right? So cool. Very interesting. Very interesting take on Graves. Next we have the Flagbergs, right? The Flagbergs. You can see this PR is already out, and our Flagberg numbers have slightly increased this week. I think we went from like, there's a few Flagberg. I want to see if the Flagberg decks become a thing. Right, you know, can they get inlet pulses? I don't know. Maybe getting the inlet pulses will be hard. Here, this person has the PRs of 4 of the PR going in, right? Yeah, I'd put in 4 of the PR. It makes like, I think it makes a 6th attack, right? It's pretty slick. It's very, very slick, right? And then here in we got the Western Team Generation, Gotham City Games, Flagberg first place. Alan, the Flagberg player, right? Very, very cool. Able to just take it home, you know, inlet pulse, doing work. I think the cool thing about like when we get the PR, right? When we get the PR, the cool thing is we can take out all this junk, right? All this extra junk, and just put in good cards. And then I think that just automatically makes the deck better, right? So that's pretty cool. Second place was Alex of Magnolia. Then third was Razzie with Flagberg. And then fourth was Ziggy with Flagberg. Wow. What is going on? So this is Alex's Magnolia. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's cool. But guess what? Is Razzie the Flagberg deck? Or is it Ziggy? I'm assuming it's Razzie. Right, is that a fruit bat? Flagberg Fever in full effect. Alan got the W on his birthday as well. That is good. Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. But yeah. Wow. Flagberg Nation. Right. That's what Gotham City has become. Right. Okay, Seraph Snow. Festival Collection came out, and we see this new grade 3 that this player is running. I am not a fan of the grade 3 though. I'm not a huge fan. I don't like these cards with restriction. I think you need 5 cards in prison with everyone being able to play or can't. Like you need 5 cards in prison or can't attack. It has like a certain guard restrict where they can't guard with normal units. I mean, okay, you think Seraph Snow makes prison easy. Seraph Snow's Pure Light sends everything into prison, dude. How are you not hitting 5 cards? Dude, do you know how hard people play around prison? Especially in Japan, right? Especially in Japan. But like even good players, even your average players nowadays, they play around prison quite well. So 5 prison is not exactly the easiest thing to hit, right? And just drawing dead cards like that, I don't know. I think the grade 2 is really good, but he's not running any of the grade 2. But the grade 3, not so much. But again, it's like the first 2 weeks or something where you can try things. This player is D-Stan guy as well, so it's not like he's a bad player. Right? I think he's top quite a few times. So obviously he has a plan, but maybe the plan is just to test the new cards. So pretty cool. Next we have is another list. This one is running the grade 2. This is very similar to different fights list. Is that this guy's list is way more bling, right? You look. I think this is 4 SSRs. This is 4 SSRs. This is This guy is dedicated, right? This guy's dedicated. He's gonna. He's gonna rare. Look at this rarity. Look at this rarity. Okay. It's probably even playing the extra Seraph Snow because it's high rarity, right? It's crazy. Look. It's Divangasai. Overtrick, man. Ooh. Ooh, but running 4 of the new Festival Collection, I think this is not a bad choice. If you're running any of the Festival Collection stuff, it has to be the grade 2. Because the grade 2, like, just helps make prison, and there's nothing they can do. It's basically two bad things for your opponent to deal with, right? But what that also, well, actually no, he's able to also fit in just like, you know, the Mecharoid and the Cuff Spring. So you've basically got everything. I think you've got everything that you want. So yeah, I think legit. You just don't have you don't have space for the grade 1, but who cares about the grade 1, right? The free call grade 1. Otherwise, you can just play this and just not change anything again, right? Oh, we've seen split for the heals, which is interesting. It's interesting. We see chaos here. Just everyone feels bad about chaos, it seems, right? Not featuring anything, but that's what happens when your deck is like a crappy Highlander. It's like a cheap knockoff of Highlander, right? Here, you know, just straight up prison, right? Cool. This is a low quality camera prison, which is not as cool. And the last of the, I think this is the last of the Japanese list, maybe. Just a standard prison list again. And then we got Locarina here from the TT Zone Vanguard Standard. First place was Seraph, just running just your good old, actually not standard Seraph. You're running the boost order, which is not as common, but hey, you know, look at the grade 2s they're running. Lots of grade 2s, and then second place is Alistair with Nirvana, right? Nirvana, so very nice. Good job. And then lastly, let's move on to some of the Orfist page. Orfist rising up once again. Very cool. So 2 big things happen with Orfist. One of them is you got a new Orfist, right? That solves a lot of issues. The other new thing though is that he got a PR, and I mean I can already tell in the comments they're going, I got a PR. I don't know when we're getting it. Maybe we're getting it soon. Basically the PR soul charges based on how many if you're in Dark Knight or Super Dark Knight, Abyssal Dark Knight. So soul charges 1 or soul charges 2, and yeah, soul charging is pretty good. Soul is the limiting factor in basically every deck in the standard. Orfist itself can use quite a lot of soul, especially with orders. So being able to soul charge is good. It also has a second effect, which Soul Blast 1, retire it and call a Shadow Army token. So you're basically trading it for something even better, right? Something better. So very nice. I think both of those make Orfist needed. Like they're so needed. Orfist has been neglected for quite a while. It's finally getting some of the goodies, right? Some of the goodies. The other Orfist list here we can see, right? This is the PR, I think, and then we've got the new Orfist as well, and then the rest of it just like some extras, right? Some of the new cards, Desta Jade, yeah, very cool. And then just the common thing also, now you can just put these into play, just get like free power. Normally this is very overcosted, but now cost not so much, or you have other ways to mitigate the cost. So very nice. Gravidia, the tried and faithful Gravidia list, right? They're all pretty good. I think Gravidia has slowly come from just like a weird deck. You know, it's like, yeah, it's cool, it's meteorites, and then suddenly boom, rising up. This one's a bit of a weird Gravidia list. Some Avas, some research, some Obfuscates as well, right? Is this Ava? Huh. Well, it's not Gravidia. It's okay, so this should be the Ava section, but unfortunately, we don't really have an Ava section. Right? We don't have an Ava section. That would be the only Ava section. I think I'm getting confused with this. You see, Gravidia with the Obfuscates. We see this being run a few times just because it gets like extra 10k. I think we saw it. I think at WGP did the same thing as well. We got Otai here. Let's go Media Weldo at the Singapore VMC Spring Standard tournaments. Cool. Let's kind of look at the deck list. Wow, how'd it go? He made it to third place. Third place versus Shaman King. Pretty good. And then here's a list. Let's look at the list. Yeah. Very nice, very standard. I like the 7 meteors. I was playing 6 meteor before. I didn't like it. I just went back to 7 meteor. So I like that. I also do like the 2 Shurgos though, even though Solemn really hates the 2 Shurgos. But yeah, I like the Shurgos. But this person just ran no Shurgos. Right? No Shurgos, which is interesting. So yeah, very cool. And then lastly, we got Gary Stefanis here with PTC Carbo Vanguard Weekly Tourney. And first place is Aggie with Brant Gates Gravidia. Right, Brant Gates Gravidia. Oh, with the 2 Shurgos. It's a 2 Shurgo main. Also running 8 meteors. I honestly, even though we got big meteors now, I personally don't mind seeing high meteor count still, just because it allows you to be free. It allows you to be freer with popping meteors. And I mean, if you're not popping meteors, what are you doing? Why are you playing Gravidia, right? Well, what are you doing? Just pop them, right? Just pop them. So I approve. I approve high meteor counts, right? Moving on, we got Lyrical Monasterio. Starting off with the Ballista. All right, this is a Ballista. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. Yeah, moving on. I mean, Willista needs some love too. But I'd say this is a very rush list as well. Just because, you know, two Willista grade 3. You just got to throw down your cards, hope for the best. That's how it is. Next, we got Lauren Roll. Right, Lauren Roll. But hasn't really changed much. This one's actually weird. It's actually a bit strange. Running some of the friend cards allows you like draw a card when you play a card like that. So some differences. Also running some fronts. Right, Lauren Roll hasn't been that popular though. We've basically just been seeing Kyrie, right? Everywhere, like literally everywhere. Like right here. Here's like a Kyrie list. That's just work. This is just a normal build, normal Kyrie build, I think, right? But here, was that a normal Kyrie build? Hang on. Yeah, no, this is a normal Kyrie build. This is a normal Kyrie build with extra friends. Well, I think that the extent of friendship right now is a bit weird. There's like some lists have been dumping a lot more friends into this. Some of them haven't. This is a Blackwing list as well, right? Blackwing, one of the first, very interesting. And then we have more Kyries. I think right now the format is literally like, well, this is a friend list. It's just a more pure. This is a pure friend list, right? But I think that the format now is you're either playing Kyrie or you're playing Kyrie with friends, right? And then as I say that, this is Kyrie with Blackwings. So yeah, that is where the format is. It is Kyrie x anything. Kyrie is actually the ultimate friend, you know? And then we have a Kudo-san from just won the weekly tournament at Ogre Patriot using Willista. Yeah, that's cool. This week started with Willista and it ended on Willista. And the middle was just bashed with a bunch of Kyrie lists. And then Kyrie and something else. Cool. That is Lyrical in a nutshell. Is this Matt once per turn, Matt? What? Is this Matt once per turn? What? Good job. Next we have is the other stuff. So we got Shaman King. We've been seeing a lot of this green haired guy from Shaman King. Did some research. It's basically just Platinum Ezel, and we all know how much people like Ezel, right? And now you get to play a green haired Ezel. A green haired Platinum Ezel. So I can see why this is just I mean, Platinum Ezel overall is just a good card, so I can see why people run him. But yeah, you still have the other lists as well. You got the Talrans, you got the Yos, sometimes you have the Hulls pop up as well. So yeah, nice. And we got the random Poseidon list. Hey, what's the haps? It's Poseidon. Yeah, very nice. Anyway, it's time to move on to V. So let's get started with V, guys. We have Royal Paladin Jewel Knights. Jewel Knight's been popping off. You know, Jewel Knight's been popping off, not just in standard, V Premium, I mean, but also in Premium too. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, just how, I don't know, right? Personally, I didn't like Jewel Knights that much, but hey, we got Gritcha here with James Awadio 20, right? Mostly a Copium 20. First place was Fidaus with SGD. Hey, SGD, what's the haps? What's the haps? Yeah, second place was Jovian with Ramiel X Malkat. Third place was Sharky with Regalia X Artemis, and fourth was Moose with Rising. So this is Moose. Moose is here with Rising Over. Right, cool. But then where's the This is Sharky, so this is Regalia X Artemis, right? So there we go. And then we got the Ramiel X Malkuth would be this one. So yeah, thankful to all who participate to celebrate my ORD. Thanks again, guys. What is an ORD? Is that a birthday? Anyway, let me know in the comments what it is. But yeah, good job on the tournament. Next we have is we've got a Japanese Gurgit list here, which is mixed in with a bunch of Ezels. Right, a bunch of Ezel, so just disappear right up to Ezel and then just go into Gurgit, so you have the same stuff as before. right? And then we got another Japanese Gurgit list here as well, right? So Gurgit be popping off. Then we got Mervin with the Singapore VMC Finals Champion deck list. My friend piloted my Gurgit deck and came out on top. So it came first. So first place was Gurgit. Hey, Gurgit. Pretty crazy, Gurgit. And then Lewis Hong couldn't break the 3rd and 4th place curse at the VMC V-Premium Finals. Yeah, came forth with a Gurgit list as well. Wow, okay. And then lastly, from United Sanctuary, we have the one Japanese Luwad list. Alright, that is not banned. But this is crazy, right? Everyone is bringing their Gurgit lists over like unbanned Luwad. Right? One Percival Gurgit is better than unbanned Luwad. Let's just keep that in mind. Just keep that in your brain. Apparently that's what it is. Right? So technically, is Luwad and Prism balanced? We'll see. We'll see. We got some Narukami's like Book Vanquisher, right? Book Vanquisher showing up, right? And then another Book Vanquisher as well. Just because good deck. It's a good deck. It's always been showing up, right? Then we got Kasei P again. The next generation Sofia at Sofia, Bulgaria with first place Steam Maidens. Steam Maidens. Very cool. Very cool. I think people underestimate like Steam Maidens in V. It's like a good tier 2 deck, I think, right? But people don't like respect or understand it, so they can just randomly die to it. Right? It surprisingly gets like pretty powerful. Then we have Overlord the Cross, which is doesn't exist here, and then they have Prism. So Kase was playing this Prism, and yeah, Prism list, just your good old standard Prism list that just works. It just works. Not the Highlander build, because I don't see Pearl Sisters, which is cool. I agree. All right, so good job. And then next we have is an Aqua Force list from Japan running Adelaides. So very cool. This is the next card we need. All right, after we got our Pursuit Assaults, yes. And then got the Hype Tofu card game channel, Gado Gamer Secret Shop in the Philippines. 2 format tournament results. V-Premium in first place. Night Rose deck by Ethan Conrad Velonza. Alright, so here's the list. Whoa, Night Rose, good old Night Rose. And then in D standard, we have a Gravidia Worlds deck by Jamal Mainit. Alright, so here we go. So this is just Gravidia World with the one Shogo. He's a one Shogo guy. How many orders? How many? 7 medias. Okay, 7 medias. I think 7 medias, right? Yeah, thanks. Happy Tofu card game channel. Happy Tofu card game channel. That's a new one. Good job. Thanks for sharing the list. And then we have we got an orange list here with the Relenkas, I think, just to do the multi attacks. Do note that Japan does not have a restriction list. Derek Dow, Good Games Morley V-Premium tournament first place was Derek Dow with Highlander. What? Derek Dow? Wow, it's he's joined the dark side. Yeah, playing Highlander. What has he become? Then we got Jesse Fang with Prism. All right, Prism, here we go. All right, yeah, good old Prism list. And then third, we got Raiden Taylor with Dimensional Robo. Okay, wow, Dimensional Robo, crazy. And then lastly, got Camilo Versace with the Vanquisher list. Vanquisher, so very nice, cool, good job. Next we have is Team Generations, the Gotham City Games V-Premium tournament. First was Olivia Prisms. Okay, I got a bit confused there, right? I'm like, Olivia, that's a Vanguard card, and then Prism. Second was Tyson with Overlord. Third was Alex with Dunk. And then fourth was John with Prisms. All right, so yeah, I'm assuming this is Olivia's Prisms, right? Running, is it Happy Springer? Is it B? Yeah. Huh. So when it discards a card, when attack boosts, discard a card, and this unit gets plus power. Okay. For each grade of your Vanguard. Okay. All right. That's a card I haven't really seen that much of. but hey, if it works, it works. Then we got the Overlord list here. Yeah, cool, cool. Then we got the Dungaree. Okay, wow, Dungaree. This is actually just pure Dungaree as well. And then John with Prisms. Maybe we don't see it. It's not here. It's not here. Yeah, good job. Good job, everyone. Then we have a zoo list from Japan. This is actually we don't see much zoo lists, I have to say. Especially Megacolony. What I thought I saw, I was like, is that Auto Colony? But there's no stride zone, so it's just normal Megacolony. It's a V Megacolony. Oh, wow, yeah, that's crazy, right? So pretty nice. And then here we got Reiko. We're moving on to Premium now. We got Reiko Minamoto. Beat down Hobby Store Cardfight Vanguard Premium Tournament last May. First place was Gurgit, right? Gurgit in Premium. I think it's kind of interesting. Like before it was Ezel in Premium. Now I think a lot of people have moved on to Gurgit Premium, which is very cool. Second place was Musketeers. Musketeers, hey, Premium Musketeers. It's cool. It's cool. I have to say, like, making it work. And then third place was Tachikaze. Yeah, Tachikaze. Tachikaze is not that surprising, to be honest. It's just it's a good deck. It's actually a good deck now. So, hey, it should be topping. But yeah, that's great. That's great. Good to see some good old premium lists, right? The next we have a Japanese, this is a Narukami list. So it's a Vanquisher list. And there's also running the grade 4, right? Also running the grade 4 Esperata. And we can see the new Exterminate Dragon as well. Two of the new stuff, two of the new G-Guards as well. So yeah, very, very cool. I hope we see more of this. I heard there's like an uptick in people interested in Premium. So if P-Call is coming out like today or tomorrow-ish or whatever, maybe next week we're going to see a lot more lists. Hopefully from Japan. And then I have last of the premium list there. I talked to Chie, got first place at locals this week with Liddy, my third revision of the deck. I think I have it right where I want it. Somehow fully tanked an Overlord Legion turn with 6 out of 6 crit drive checks and timed out Jewel Knights. Oops. We got the dub, so that's all that matters. That is right. That is right. So I remember this list like way back. So it's good to see that you're continuing building it and finding the correct ratio, right? So that's how you want to do it, everyone. Like, if you got a good deck, well, if you have an idea, right, don't let it just sit around and like go, hey, there's no way this works, this is not matter. Just make it work, right? Try it out, find the pieces, make it the best as it can possibly be. So yeah, this is very cool to see. Thanks a lot for the list. Thanks a lot. And yeah, that is all for the locals portion. Okay, guys, let's move on to BSF. So basically, if you've put that, your deck was part of BSF, even if you put in that VG Top Decks hashtag, I basically put you in this section. This section will be split between 3. So it'll be like BSF Standard, Premium, and V-Premium. And roughly put into nation order. So basically all the Dragon Empires will just be in the same kind of rough section, won't be in any specific order. So yeah, if you have a deck you want to see, find your nation and then just stay tuned, right? Stay tuned. But let's start off with Standard. We'll be going from Standard to V to Premium, right? First off, we have the Nirvana list. We have QQ here, who came second place at the French. I can't say the French words, but is it Mouveau? Right, Mouveau came second with Nirvana, so pretty cool. Running, there's some interesting things here. There's a Trick Moon starter, which is pretty crazy. Normally people just run either Trick Star or a Dragon Egg, but I guess if you want the counter charge, like Trick Moon is your boy, right? Trick Moon is your boy, and also just running. Here it shows it's a vanilla Overtrigger, but apparently Q was running the Drag Vader. Just too poor to own one. But that's what friends are for. That's what teammates are for. Please, give me a Drag Vader Overtrigger for the tournament, or otherwise the team is gonna suffer. So yeah, this is actually the Drag Vader Overtrigger. It's just that good. Like Overtrigger, the Drag Vader Overtrigger is just that good. So very, very cool. Otherwise, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Next we have is Romain from playing at the French one as well. He made top 8, went 5-0 in Swiss with the deck only losing in top 8. Shout out to Eraser, 7 who also went 5-0 with Barrow. The third mate played Bastion. Alright, pretty cool. So yeah, this is Bavs going 5-0 with Bavs Saga is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Running a relatively tanky build, actually going like 4 draws and 2 fronts. That's okay. That's interesting. And then just with like the 4-3 split here, 4 trick moons, and yeah, that's nice. Let's take a look. Right, let's take a look. Okay, so here, oh, went really well, but then in top 8 just lost to the Bastion. All right, so very cool. Very cool. Next we have is Romain did post about his premium experience as well. So he was playing Regalia, but unfortunately came like 26th, which is very sad. Deck ran smoothly, but my brain was fried at the end. Did several misplays, and the mates got really unlucky during most rounds. Mates played Thavis and Revenges. Yeah, that's just how it is. Sometimes it happens. That's what happens. And I mean, unlucky, right? Unlucky. 7. Well, this is 7 to raise a 7, right? BSF France standard top 8 as well. I just can't win a game once I'm in top 8. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. Shout out to Remain, Cardfight, and Vino for teaming with me and being great even when I was terrible. And this was apparently the end of the BSF season. Wow, okay, so good job. Good job. That's cool. That's cool. Thanks to everyone I met and played against at Antwerp and Muvo. It was a great experience, and I could see how much I improved the last 2 years thanks to my friends. Oh, that's very nice. That's great. That's good. Also, I love and hate Photon Synthesia and Ukiryu for these. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll cherish them. Let's take a look at... Okay, so this is the matchup. And this is the premium list. Running Thavis, it looks like. Fortunately, it didn't do as well as standard. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you don't get it, right? And these are the two things. Oh, that's nice. It's very high rarity. Was it Blue Wave? Yeah, Blue Wave, right? Blue Wave, Tetra Drive, and the Columbard. Congratulations, Columbard. It's good. It's good. Very cool. Very cool. Next we have Sean Mann, Fuzzy Paradox, 3rd place team, seed A. Bruce's climb to be unrivaled at Springfest Duluth. Is it Duluth? I should just say Georgia, right? I don't know any of these. I don't know how to pronounce names anymore. Yeah, Grateful Bruce. Very cool. Very cool. Then we have 2020. We got Antoine Rubesco with France with undefeated to end the day. Sadly, teammates were unlucky. The deck is sick. Big shout out to Samir Bichari. And this is the great. Oh wow, look at this Bruce. This is a high rarity Bruce as well. That's crazy. Yeah. Nice. Then we got Devlin Cassidy. The team went 3-3 in Atlanta and ranked 11th overall. Very close. My teammates played Magnolia and Nirvana. Thank you to all my opponents who made my first Springfest great. Wow, first Springfest. Wow, okay. That's great. But yeah, very cool. Playing Baromagnes. Yeah, very nice. And then Dan, BSF Standard in Georgia, 1st place, B seat. The team was Gravidia World in A, and then Loro in C as well. So yeah, very cool. Basically, lots of wins, lots of dubs. And running the Gurman as well. The Gurman. So very nice. Axel from France. So this is the team list for Team Entrepot. I just assume every last word, every last letter in the word is just like silent when I guess when I'm reading these names. But yeah, 1st place was Bruce. Well, player A was Bruce, right? And then player B was Zorga. And Zorga, yeah, I dig. All right, Zorga, I think you can do it. Yeah. And then player C was Magnolia. Right, Magnolia. So solid lists, right? Solid Magnolia. Zorga. I think Zorga can definitely take a lot of people by surprise, just by how tanky it can get, right? I think it's quite surprising. So very cool. And then Rafflington, Bastion, my favorite tech since day one of Overdress, took me all the way to top 8 yesterday at Georgia. Very good. Very good. That's what I like to see. This one's not actually a standard build as well, just playing. It's got the boost order. So that's a bit of a difference than the normal meta that you'll see right now. And then Astral Susano, my buddy, first place premium and third place D standard, went undefeated with Bastion. Right, we highlight this deck because we've seen his premium deck multiple times because he's just been winning them all. You know. But Bastion, that is like normally that is not something I'd expect Mo to play, right? Because Bastion, you know, Mo usually plays those like the Genesis, the OGT. But when you understand how similar these decks are, not just because they're Keta, but because hey, you know, Bastion is just uninteractive as the Astral Power deck and the Ichikishima deck. So it makes perfect sense. But yeah, great job. Mo, I think he's topped. He's got a medal in every single format, right? All the premium ones. And then in the 2Vs that he joined, he got all the gold medals there. This one got a bronze, right? Got a bronze. Okay, it is what it is, but it's still a medal. But every single format, you know, they've done well in. And this is the premium list as well. Look at this high rarity list. This is the reason why you look at this one, because it's very high rarity. Right, look at it. Yeah, very bling. But this is a dominating list. This is honestly a dominating list. How do you get if you get 3 golds? Right, 3 gold medals. That is ultra consistent, right? Ultra consistent. Yeah, very nice, very good stuff. Then we got Franz Borden. Finally got around to taking a nice picture of my top 8 Magnolia list from BSF Delith. 5-1 personal record in Swiss. Team went 4-2, making a few changes for Newark in a few weeks. Looking to go 2-2. That's cool. That's good. That's good. This is his first top, I think. Franz. He's been hunting for this top for a while. And bubbling quite a bit, but finally the bubbles have burst and he was able to get a top 8. So congratulations, mate. You take those wins, right? You take them. We got Tekiden. We're the top 8 at BSF Delta. Our team got 5th. Great time overall. And the lists were Magnolia, Barrow, and Flagberg. So here's the Magnolia list, right? This is Zognolia list, right? Very cool, very cool. But then we got the Baromagnes list here as well, right? But the next one, it's Team Flagberg again with the Team Flagberg, just doing well. Flagberg rising up, right? Did they hear how I've been talking bad about Flagberg, and now everyone wants to just make it better, right? Is that it? That's good, right? That's good, yeah. Ruby, our team got 4th place at Duluth, lost to Fuzzy Paradox in top 4. Congrats to them. I'm missing the Bastion deck picture right now, but deck logs for them are a Magnolia right here. So here's the Magnolia. Very cool. Very cool. Yep. Second was Seraph. Or player B. Well, I assume one of the players is Seraph. Yeah, Seraph. And then we do have the Bastion list. We actually do have the Bastion list, and that is right here. All right. This is just a much more standard Bastion list, though. This is a do work Bastion list, right? So very, very cool. So good job, Ruby. And then next is Henry, 3rd place team, seat B, undefeated at Springfest, Georgia. Got no sleep the night before, ran on fumes. And yeah, Magnolia, that's right. All right, undefeated. That is good to you. If you're the Magnolia player team, you have pressure, right? You better be going undefeated unless it's a Magnolia mirror. That's just how it is, right? That's how it is, right? Very nice. Trident, Curtis B. Here's the pure Gravidia list I ran in Busho Touring Test 2020 in Atlanta and got into top 8 with. Unfortunately, scrubbed out in the first round of top 8, but I'm thankful I got there in the first place. Also, shout outs to Ralph and the NC crew. You guys were amazing, right? So very cool. Gravidia, pure Gravidia. I think Gravidia World has been very, very popular, especially in the West, but it doesn't mean pure Gravidia can't do anything. It can actually do quite a bit. It can actually still do quite a bit. It farms meters like crazy and pops 5 meters every single time. So you can't disrespect that, right? We got Fuzzy Paradox himself. First place, Gravidia deck from BSF 2022 Georgia. All right, this is the guy that makes those nice pictures, by the way, the nice graphs, the tables. Also came first. That is great. That is a great achievement. And, oh, he's a two sugar guy. All right, there we go. That's it. Overall record went X2 and team record was X1. Great deck. Better teammates. PS Shogo is clutch. All right. There we go. Shogo team right there. And then this is third place team at CC from Kane, the Shiba streamer, and just playing Prison. Right, one of Prison. Right. Very nice. Very cool. That is it for standard. Let's move on to V-Prem. Right, V-Prem. We got Crow. What's up, everyone? Crow here. Finished third at Springfest Atlanta. Here is my deck list down and also my matchups throughout the event. Side note, I goofed on my list when creating deck log and forgot to add the Revenger crits and instead put in the Trumpeter. Oh no. Yeah, but it's okay. It's not that bad. It's not the end of the world. Just be careful when you pre-reg, you put in the right crit. All right, you put in the right crit. Right, we have name crits now that we're playing Revengers. Yeah. And I think someone mentioned you didn't put in the Revenger starter, and the answer was not an SP. Real and true. Good job, Chrome. Yep. And then we got Axelis from France, and made it to fourth place. Came fourth with Revengers as well, right? Really glad to be able to play one last time with Megacolony 06 for this BSF season. Best player I know. Proud to have finally been able to go in top as a team together in Anvers, Oberhausen, and Mouveau. It was cool also to play in team for the first time with Y-Bars. List is optimal. I don't have much to say on it. True Brandwin is the way. So this is the true Brandwin person. There's people. I think there's like the one Dangerland boys, right? There's probably more. Right? There's probably more. We'll see in the future. Still quite a lot of Springfest. Alan Zo won 4th place at Georgia Springfest. Swiss team went 5-1, and with my teammates Avery and Clayton. Right, teammate is Ragnarok. So here we go. We have Astroports here. Astroports is right. And there we go. All right, this is the team. But yeah, Astroports, very good list. Always, it's been working. Right, one of the things to what do you say? Look out on. Be careful of. Right. We got Pretz. Proud of my team placing in top 8 V-Prem in Georgia. We went into top 8 in 4th place. Out Nairo's player went undefeated in Swiss. Right, and these are the lists. So we got the Astroport here as well. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we're 4th place. So this is oh no, okay. So they went into top 8 in 4th place. Okay, there we go. The Astroport list here, very nice. Very high crit counts, which is correct. Got the Night Rose, right? Night Rose, very cool. And then lastly, we have the Raging. Wow, the Raging, okay. Very cool. This is true Brandon. It's true Brandon. It's a double Brandon. All right, nice. It's another true Brandon choice, right? Very cool. Next is Armin Enthusiast from France. Shout out to my teammates 02207 and Photon Synthesia. Came 3rd place, yes, with Gergut. Right, Gergut. If you thought about the deck, I'm not saying that taking away from the restriction between Percival and Gergut was a mistake, but yeah, the deck is absolute bonkers. Being able to make 16 attacks with 15k each is crazy. Still, it seems to have some problem on early game. Yeah, true. Wow, all these people. The Gergut rates, right? Everyone's been rating Gergut very well. Yeah, very cool. Radiant Vanguard, 2nd place, Springfest France V-Premium. Couldn't have done it without my amazing teammates. Profile for my Gergut list will be up soon. I'll see if I can get my teammates to have a talk about their decks. Right, so, okay, yeah, another Gergut list. Like, wow, Gergut's everywhere. Gergut's back. And then, we're the Spino Driver, I guess. Spino Driver with a Raptor. Yeah, cool. and then the Aqua Force. Right, Aqua Force to round out. So that's crazy. Very, very cool. Very cool. Then we have Shin Angels in France in the B seat. This is Radiant. Oh, this is the one before as well. This is the previous one before. So with the Gurgit and the Spinoraptor, and with this is the Aqua Force list. Yeah, so that was Shin. And then not lastly, we've got Y-Bars from Mevo. Didn't get a medal in V, but 4th place with Migrul, and the Axos was already great for my first event of the year and first event as Team Rulebook. Undefeated with X8-0 with Night Rose. So yeah, undefeated Night Rose, Y-Bars. Wow. Crazy. We do have one last deck. Actually, we might have another deck. Hang on. I think I missed a deck back there. We have a prison deck. This is from Mr. Kyle Warfield. Right, Mr. Kyle Warfield. So what happened here was, hey, it's Warfield. Team got 3rd in V at BSF Duluth. We got Noman in Swiss, and then they got us back in top 4. Played Prism, and my teammates played Raging Form and Thing Jewel Knights. I didn't get to play Premium Sunday. One teammate didn't make it, and the other got there too late. I mean, yeah, I guess. Look, sometimes you get them, sometimes you get got. Right? That's it. But hey, Prism, it works. And then the last section we have is the premium side. So we got James Albright. Our team managed to get 1st place in BSF 2020 Georgia event. We have the 1st place Jewel Knight list. Right, Jewel Knight, crazy. Right, this has been popping off quite a bit, at least in America. I think did this pop in? I can't remember if it popped up in France, but I think it did pop in V in France as well. Actually has an okay Megacolony matchup, I think, which is why it's being played. And overall, just a relatively scary deck if people aren't prepared, because hey, Crystal Luster. Crystal Luster, multi drive. I think it's like double quad drive, right? You better be afraid. So very cool. Then we have I think we have a few of the extra ones here as well. If we open them up, this is the 1st place team. These are the Shadows, Team Shadows. This one is a traditional kind of Luard. We've seen recently a few more like V Luards come into play. This one's running Drag Fall. I know some of the questions were like, why not Drag Hard? Drag Fall's still not bad. Like Drag Hard, sure, helps you get to, but Drag Fall is very, very flexible. Lets you free stride as long as you hit like the amount of ritual, and it's very, very easy to hit the rituals in this kind of. If you look at the discard outlets, the milling outlets, you got the Maureen Spear and you got the Espada. That just hits you 10 ritual easy mode, right? Easy mode. The only scary thing is you run 4 Luards. That's the only scary thing. So we can see here he's like maxed out the Brandwin, trying to mitigate that, and I think that's correct, right? I think that's correct. So very nice. And then the Chaos play. This was quite unexpected. This thing is a photon, by the way. This is a photon. But yeah, the Chaos player, pretty slick. Running 3 freeze ray as well. So he's respecting the meta. So I do like that. I do like that. Playing a bit greedy though. A couple of 5k triggers, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But overall, just also relatively solid deck. If people aren't prepared for like Chaos, or they forgot how to play against them, they're gonna lose. Right? So very, very sick, very nice. So good job team, good job. And then we got Maxime. So 2nd place BSF Premium, move over with OTT Sasano, right? Here is my list. Very happy with most of it. The whole day was fire, but God, I got sacked a lot in top. I need to become better so I can do it too. That's good. That is the correct way. Yeah. GG to everyone I faced. Thanks to Hearth for crushing the meta. Our game was lit. Also, the Axeless and Y-Bars are both absolute monster, except for that game loss. Yo. I'm so glad I went to this event with them. Team rule them all. And then here's the picture. I always like the picture because I like to see the rarity. The deck log kind of moves away from that. It loses some of that luster, right? But with this, hey, you get to see the cool rarities, like any subliminal messaging that people want to send across. But yeah, this is cool, right? Very cool. With the Popo rise up, right? Popo rise up. So very nice, very nice. The nice text are very, very cool. Yeah, and then this is, I think this is the decklog one. Yeah, so that's it. Then moving on, we got Setsuna Otonashi. Well, end of the road for me. After 2 days of events, with Standard being pitiful for me, the team managed to get to top 8, and even then I only got 1 loss due to luck. Anyway, here's the Vanquisher list that made it to top 8 in BSF Premium Movo. So, Premium Martial Arts Dragon. Whoa, okay. What is it? Is this a Vanquisher? Yeah, Vanquisher, straight up Vanquisher. Very cool, with Stunverse. So it's not really it's just Stunverse list, right? Oh, yeah. But otherwise, no, good job. It's Narukami. It's a solid deck. Only gets more solider next time, right? Next time. Very scary too. Very scary. So great stuff. Yellow, BSF Atlanta, 5th or 6th, with Shirayuki, yo, okay. Actually, Shiryuki's been popping up a few times. We see like the one-off, the random tops with Shiryuki in the teams. I think a lot of people underestimate this thing. They're like, yeah, sure, it's Murakami. What does the deck even do? And suddenly they just like lose. Because surprisingly, Shiryuki's slowly getting more and more support as the days go by, and it gets slightly better every single time. So suddenly Shiryuki is actually relatively good, right? It's relatively good. So a lot of people will just not expect that, because it's also not a very popular deck in Premium, and then just lose. So yeah, very sick, very cool. Good job, right? Good job, Yellow. Axalis, BSF France as well. This one was the Hanzo deck that came second with Team Rulebook. So yeah, Hanzo, very nice. Basically, again, I think I've said it before, any Nubatama deck with Mizukaze, very scary. Really happy to see Magnissimo perform well with its main clan OTT, well deserved. And I told you why bars that Highlander was the secret best deck in format. Let's not forget Miguel 06, who helped them build their deck lists and to train matchups. Teamwork will always pay. That is right, especially in team format, but also when it's a single format as well. You know, having a team is great. Really disappointed in myself because I really screwed up the Seabreeze turn in finals. I could end the turn with 3 more cards in hand, but instead I stayed behind all game. I guess 3 hours of sleep was not enough. That's right. You need sleep. Sleep is very important. I will carefully choose a hotel without bed bugs. That is. I'm still glad to take home the silver medal with my friends and mates, and I will thrive to do better in Bilbao and especially London. See you there. Yeah. Don't skimp out on the hotel, man. Don't skimp. I know it's tempting to, but if you don't get a good night's sleep, if you wake up and you're scratching, that is the worst feeling, man. That is the worst feeling. But otherwise, no, good job. You have 2 more shots, right? You got Bilbao and London. I think you have a good chance. Good chance. You guys got the same team as well. It's a very solid team. So good luck, guys. Good luck. Hope to see you guys here again. All right. Hope to see you guys here again. We have Antoine Rebesco from France again. This was he just missed out on top 8. I think he just missed out on top 8. Bear in mind, BSF France are like 40 plus teams, like 43 teams. It's crazy. Teammates were unlucky this weekend, but I was very lucky to play them personally, ending the 2 days on 10-1, right? I told you I'd be back. Yes, deck is strong, but I don't really want to elaborate. I can understand that. If you're going to other Springfest as well, right? This is very important. But I think this is a Link Joker, like kind of like a Messiah-ish list with the Hyaki. All right, I think that's the Hyaki because it has an Excel circle, and this is what a lot of people have been talking about. They've been thinking, okay, what good reverse units can I put in Link Joker that is not a Force one, or offers like something very unique to Link Joker? And Excel is definitely something very unique. So running the Excel here gives you an extra Excel circle and lets you like do more attacks, which is what, yeah, that's good, right? So very interesting. It's good to see. It's cool to see some of the techs, right, that are being run here. Hopefully you do better as well. All right, so very nice. Build on the list, make it better, make it optimal, etc. And then we have something good, right? You got something good. Then got Blaze Wheeler, second place at BSF Dollar with Team Velocitron, right? Player A was Victor, B was Autobugs, and C was Dylan, and this is the Victor list. So I love this deck. It's super aggressive, and I tailored my main specifically to beat down Autocolony, and it worked out. That is cool, right? That is cool. If you know the meta, you know what to beat, then just go beat it. Just go beat it, right? Set up your deck to beat it. I think a lot of people also underestimate Novas, right? Novas like was also this kind of roguish list every time in Premium, but you know, there's always just been better decks, so people just don't bring it. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't mean it's not a solid deck. It can pop off and people won't expect it, and that's in a team environment. That's exactly what can happen. Right? That's exactly what can happen. So very cool Nova list, and he's a team. Look at this team. They got the squad as well. They got the squad. Very nice. Very nice. Good job. Dan with BSF Georgia in 4th place in seat B. Team was Eugene and Zorga, and this was the Daikai's list, right? This one had the Legion as well, the Legion. So this was the kind of the unique one. So very cool. The deck code is AK06, guys. I know some people have been going, I want to see some of the Dementia Police list. It is AK06. If you don't know what the cards are, I can understand. So very nice. Running some interesting cards. You know, you got the Daikai's Legion that can just kind of break shield as well. And then you still got the good old Gallop plays, right? So very cool. And then Outer Orange, top 8 premium for BSF Atlanta with the best clan, Granblue. Couldn't be happier with how this piloted. I'll be doing a video on this, of course. Will it be a 1-hour video? That is the question. Thanks for all the support. Rounds are below, and I faced a lot of sweet people. And yeah, I was there when she talked about the Night Rose tech, which is very, very cool. Glad it worked out. Yeah. And then yeah, so Granblue. I don't have Kelvin here to teach me all the Granblue ways, unfortunately. But that is how it is. I think it's interesting because Granblue into like an Autocolony meta is a bit strange. But I remember I heard she said she had a ways around the Autocolony matchup. So I'd like to see that video. Just to see what what her idea was. And one of the comments here is, oh, and thank you to all that tested with me on stream, off stream. You all are great. You know who you are. Jan Gerard, Yellow Vanguard, Visionary Vices, Amelia to Matt, my teammate Clayton, Sam. You all are goats for throwing decks at me to understand, helping me understand rulings. That is very cool. Zenitron 2 for feedback and figuring out matchups. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Yeah, that's good. That's right. That's good. Very cool. Right. Next we have is Storm Crystal. Had fun. Team went 4-2, playing Aqua Force. Right, Aqua Force. This is just Thavis, right? Thavis with the Lambros. So very nice. And then just good stuff, right? Y bars. Second place BSF Muvo. Team Rulebook with the Axis and Manissimo. Played Highlander as player C. I've really enjoyed playing with it. My only loss was due to a game loss putting Lieselot as a starter. Lieselot as a starter. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. It happens, you know. Sometimes you flip up your starter and you go, what is this? And the judge's like, oh, that's a game loss. Yeah, we have Highlander here. Highlander very, very strong. I'm worried with this deck. I'm worried about time. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And it's not me going to time. It's my opponent reading my cards and going to time. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. But hey, if you're confident that the other players either won't read your cards or just don't care, or fast plays, good deck, right? Good deck. Good job, Bypass. And then lastly, got Maxime Solom, first place Autocolony BSF in France, Germany, and Belgium. Once again, nothing changed about my list. Tournament results in the next comment. Yeah, we can see round 1 lost to Nubatama. Exactly, right? cursed against Nuba, but it's fine. At the end, he finally beat Nubatama. So that's cool. And then, wow, look at this. Look at these prize cards, dude. Look at this flexing prize card. Isn't that crazy? Oh, and that is it, guys. That is all the lists this week. If you guys want to submit some list, hashtag VG Top Decks on Twitter or post it on Discord. And if you don't have Twitter, I do prefer Twitter though. But yeah, we got more BSFs coming up next week. I think there might be more Premium Collection and Festival Collection stuff, which would be pretty interesting. So yeah, I can't wait for that. More Springfest to come, and hopefully more lists to share as well. More comments to share. I like reading the comments. Always really fun. Yeah. That is it, guys. That is it. If you guys have any comments, just post them down there. We'll be reading them, looking an eye out for them. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.